still the abrupt. What's that? Proof is in the pudding. And y'all don't. But here, behind the steel door.
Yeah.
Gonna put down fun your ass like this. Watch me lyrics. La-di-da-di-day. The one them called Black Mikey saved the day. So hey, hey, like Busta Rhymes, give me mine. And hit me with that shit 2 times for your mind. As I drop my dog bomb on all of mankind. I write and recite my position like a heretic. Tearing shit up when I erupt to stop the nonsense. So whack rap songs by the rappers, that's irrelevant. To catch a wreck, but record store still sell the bullshit. Stop selling pipe dreams to the listeners. You can't walk the talk the talk. So I'm dissing you. Listen upon your grave like all over if you like, but I'll invoke you with a hazy shade of midnight. Ooh, I haunt you like the horror of Amityville. So called, keep it real, find them bills, kill softly. A fucking loss is what you'll all be taking. G, you can't exercise a microphone that's possessed by Black Mikey. Yes, yes, y'all get shook. The exorcism of the mind of Black Mikey's got you hooked. Run, come, and bring the fucking drama if you like. But MC won't live past midnight. As the sun falls, yes, yes, y'all get shook. The exorcism of the mind of Black Mikey's got you hooked. Run, come, and bring the fucking drama if you like. But MC won't live past midnight. The prophecy is prophesied for verse 2. Reciting scriptures of this Dago voodoo. Doing you and your crew. I kick the seance to bring the spirits back in ID rap. So you mortal rappers find yourselves trapped. There won't be another like me. Black Mikey brings the spirit in the dance in the party. Taking control of bodies. To jump when I tell them jump my bump in the night. Monster speakers in your trunk now, please. Listen when I tell you that my style's immortal. While them other niggas rap styles die slow death. Like but this is drain your body of all the blood. Then slowly fill your veins again with maggots from the mud. What more can't you understand, trick? Is it body bags, funerals, the casket? Measures getting drastic. Ass kick, feet 6 with the maggots. A Catholic priest can exercise this real shit. As the sun falls, yes, yes, y'all get shook. The exorcism of the mind of Black Mikey's got to look. Run, come, and bring the fucking drama if you like. But MC won't live past midnight. As the sun falls, yes, yes, y'all get shook. The exorcism of the mind of Black Mikey's got to look. Run, come, and bring the fucking drama if you like. But MC won't live past midnight. You can run, but you can't hide from the south side of South Beach. Blowing up in this belly of the beast till I smell features. Skills to unleash fluid speech the beast. Can't no motherfucker on earth kick skills like I can. Now who's gonna be my next victim?
What should we start with? What should we start with? There's a lot of stuff that's been going on. You know, everybody's still talking about, you know, that our number one favorite bootlicker, Anthony Bootlicking Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop. You know what? I ain't gonna be clowning on that dude too much no more, man. You know, as far as calling them names and stuff, I think I'm gonna lay off him a little bit more. You know, because if I was him, I'd be frustrated, you know, at the fact that I have to go around and try to save my face because I don't control, you know, my own destiny. Like Eddie Hearn said it. I don't know what he means by what he said, but you know, this dude basically said, I own Anthony Joshua's promotional rights. And, you know, having the power of attorney and owning somebody's promotional rights, I think that's 2 different things. I mean, I'm not a lawyer or, you know, I'm not, you know, quite versed in the whole aspect of boxing contracts and all that stuff. You know, never been a promoter, never been a manager, never been an advisor, any of that. But the verbiage that you use correlates to what's actually, you know, going on. You know, I think the verbiage that they use with it is self-explanatory. I own the promotional rights to AJ, and I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'm not trying to figure it out. Let's just, you know, just think about it. Put it in layman's terms. Layman's terms would say, I own, you know, if somebody says I own the promotional rights to somebody, that basically means that I own the rights to everything that has to do with fighting in the ring. And then he goes to say that, well, you know, unless it's amendment or something like that. But I think what he meant by that, you know, when he said unless it's an amendment or something to whatever, I think that basically meant that, okay, that's not in our contract that I have for him as far as promotional rights. So he owns the promotional rights to him, but I guess there's certain clauses in there that he doesn't have control over. Eddie Hearn doesn't, or Matchroom Boxing doesn't have control over, because Eddie Hearn's a Matchroom Boxing employee, and I'm pretty sure him being the Matchroom Boxing employee, I'm pretty sure that means that he can't be going around owning fighters, under his own. I don't think he has his own shit. So, because with Matchroom Boxing comes the whole setup. I'm pretty sure they have a whole bunch of in-house things that they can do as far as you got promoter advisors and lawyers and all of the stuff that they have in-house that they can use to make the fights, make sure fighters are where they are as far as their obligations to their contract, secretaries type of thing, day planners, and all that stuff. But like I've been saying, I've been saying this from jump for a very long time, that I've been saying it from jump. Anthony Joshua does not control his own career. Eddie Hearn or Matchroom, like I said, Matchroom Boxing is in charge. Now let's go on to some of the other stuff that we have going on today, or that's been going over the last few days that I haven't caught. Now let's go on to your boy Suleiman. So Suleiman saying, I'm certain Joshua will eventually fight for the WBC title. See, let's go down this so we can read his quote exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down. So scroll down to the article. Okay, boom. Okay, Maurice Suleiman says, I am certain that Joshua will eventually fight for the WBC championship in near future, and I am certain that the heavyweight division will have interest in that we have been waiting for decades. There are great fights to be done in 2019, and hopefully all of them fighters that we have been mentioned will be involved in the WBC championship. So the only thing I got out of that is two things. He said that eventually Joshua in the near future will be fighting for the WBC championship, right? But he didn't say Wilder. And then after that, what I can say is that he said eventually. Okay. Eventually is when. Because the WBC, it hasn't sanctioned the Wilder versus Fury fight yet. So we could assume off of that they have something crafty up their sleeve. Something crafty. Don't know what it is, but it's something crafty. Something nasty. Something illmatic. So let's go to the next article here. We got Joshua. I'm hungry to be undisputed, so I'm begging Wilder. I'm hungry to be undisputed, so I'm begging Wilder. Okay. We already know you've been begging Wilder. That's the only thing that you can admit right now, which is a bunch of bullshit, because there's other things you can admit too, like the 50 million was real and that I don't want to fight Wilder. That's some shit you can give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Let me answer this real quick. All right. Woo. Okay, I'm back. Man, that was messed up. Why they gonna do me like that? Hey, what's up, Marcus Johnson, man? I had to pick this phone up real quick. So let me go back to what I was talking about here. Let's start. Oh, okay. Let me see. I forgot where I was at. So, okay, let's go. I'm on boxingscene.com. Reading his articles. It says, Joshua, I'm hungry to be undisputed, so I'm begging Wilder then. And basically, I think I ended it saying that, you know, Anthony Joshua, about time he admitted something, because we all know he's begging. But there's just some other things that he can admit, you know, as far as him being scared and not wanting to fight Deontay Wilder. He can admit that the $50 million was real. He can admit that he made a mistake and not fighting Wilder in the United States. Because now, look what's happening. He could have had 2 fights in the United States, or he could have had 1 fight in the United States and then 1 fight in the UK. Now his ass is sitting on the sidelines looking at Rudolph. But it says, let's see what it says. In my head, it's Wilder. He said, in terms of figures, it is a lot more lucrative than what the fight at Fury 4. Okay, whatever. Look, more lucrative where? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in the U.S., I'm pretty sure the fight would generate more money than it would generate in the U.K. So, sorry, my buddy. Try again. He says, Wilder should really consider my offer. I'm not chasing Wilder. It is not that I'm desperate, but I'm just saying that both our schedules are free. And he goes on to say he hasn't got no mandatory. I haven't either. So I guess he can't really use English either. But then, you know, this guy is walking around here talking about, I'm not really after Wilder. I'm just after the belt. Dude, stop lying. You know what I'm saying? Because are you trying to, like, etch your, you know, name in the record books and all that stuff? Or are you just out here just trying to fight and collect all these belts? Because do you want to be known as the fighter that collected all the belts but ain't fought nobody? Or you want to be known as a guy that collected all the belts and beat everybody you was supposed to fight? Which one? Which one you want? You want to be known as Big Pussy? Or you want to be known as Big Percy? You know what I'm saying? Because Big Percy wasn't fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on to the next one. Jarrell Miller. Sooner or later, I'll punch Joshua in the face. You know what I'm saying? So Big Baby Miller, he's at it again. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for wanting to fight Anthony Joshua. But really, to tell you the truth, let's see here. You're in the way. You're in the way of progress. You're in the way. You ain't fought nobody yet. But you know, of course, you know, he's been a fighter for years already before he came to boxing, you know, so he's used to some of the bullshit, you know, with the promoters and all that stuff. And I think that, you know, Big Baby Miller saying that sooner or later I'll punch Joshua in the face, that's basically like him saying that sooner or later we'll fight. But at the same time, I'm going to say something exciting to where people can keep my name in the media, and that, you know, I can keep something going around with my name in it, basically. You know, he's trying to put, you know, it's like when you're rapping, he's giving out punchlines. Instead of worried about what he's saying, instead of saying some good shit, you know what I'm saying, throughout the whole fucking, you know, 16, 19 bars or whatever, you know, he's only worried about the hook. You know what I'm saying? Stop worried about the hook and give your verse some of that good fucking loving too. Because obviously your verse, the lyrics in your verse sucks. You know what I'm saying? But your punchlines are good. You know what I'm saying? So it goes on to say, Ace is a great championship doing this outside and inside the ring, but sooner or later I'm going to have to punch him in the face. Miller told Sky Sports, anybody that has his belts, that's how I feel. I feel like I can beat AJ any day. And I know I can beat Deontay too. Whatever, dude. If AJ wants to come to America, this is the place to do it. And I'm the man to punch him in the face. Okay, so that's how he said it. Okay, then again, Jarrell is doing great. Eddie Hearn, who serves as the promoter, I guess Eddie Hearn said this bullshit. Jarrell is doing great. He's good to come over to Britain, I believe, for the Dillian White fight against Derek Chisora this week, and he's doing great. So I guess Jarrell Miller is going to be there. He got his visa and everything. So see, that's what I'm saying. Why the fuck is Eddie Hearn talking about Jarrell Miller going to the Derek Chisora Dillian White fight? Is that for he can get some limelight, he can get some looks, the fans can get to know him, or is that because in April you're gonna throw out, well, you know, we're gonna have our in-house eliminator, the winner of this versus Big Baby Skeezer or something like that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I hope he doesn't do that, because at some point you gotta stop giving these fighters illusions of grandeur. You can't always be sitting up over here, you know, giving out, you know, it's not really promises, but you're leading illusions of grandeur. You're leading people on. You saying you talking to a bitch, you don't say I love you, but you saying things to kind of, you know, get in the way of that. You say that. You know what I'm saying? You're doing everything that you can do that you can lie without saying a lie to get the pussy, to get the boom boom. Come on, man. Just be real with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Be real with these fighters and tell them what you, and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Mean what you say and stop playing around, because obviously that's why people are giving you boos. That's why some of these fighters been leaving you. And that's why sooner or later, AJ is never going to be your fighter. Or one of these days, you might be an employee of Anthony Joshua, because right now, Anthony Joshua was an employee of Matchroom Boxing. You're on the promotional rights, right? Okay, next one. Right, Joshua warns Miller that he won't tolerate his trash talk. Man, what you gonna do? What the fuck is you gonna? You're not gonna fight him. Even if you do, it's a bullshit fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, who knows? We might not even know what Jarrell Miller is really anyways. We might not even know what kind of fighter he is all the way. Like, he's probably been playing ghost on us right now. You know what I'm saying? Doing all them pity pats, punches and stuff like that. He probably playing ghost. Maybe the dude can fight. Never know, but that doesn't look like it. And the reason why I say that is because there's been fighters out there that went the distance with Big Baby Miller, and I wonder why they went the distance. Is either he knows which fighters that he ain't really got to worry about as far as like punches wise. They can't bully him. He can overpower them in the ring. But when he gets in the ring with people like King Kong Ortiz, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, he's going to have to respect the punch. So he's not going to be sitting over there throwing them wide body punches and stuff like that, because eventually he's going to get clipped. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get clipped, and it's going to hurt real bad, and your fat ass is going to go down with them big old double D's. And then let's go on in down here and see what Anthony Joshua would have to say. I don't think I would stay composed this time, Joshua warns. No one would jump in and try to take shine away from what I'm trying to do. Well, people are already taken. Your shine has been taken. Motherfucker, your shine has been taken. You sitting in the dark, motherfucker. You ain't nothing but a silhouette. And everybody got aim on your head. You one of them silhouettes over there at the gun range. That's what you is. Everybody got aim on your ass. Everybody got their scopes. Everybody got their iron sights sighted in on your ass. You're trapped. You just don't recognize it yet. Unless the WBC or something gets in the way of the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight 2, who you gonna fight? And then at the same time is who you gonna fight is gonna correlate to who's gonna come watch you fight. You see what I'm saying? That's the same shit like everybody keeps saying that you tried to do with Deontay Wilder. You tried that shit. You was like, shit, he could just stay over there and keep fighting bums for $1 million or less, and we just freeze them out if you don't want to play a game. Okay, motherfucker, let me check you on that. It don't matter how much money I got. It don't matter if I have enough money to buy a car. Let's just say, for instance, this. It don't matter how much money I got. I'm going to a brand new car dealership or a used car dealership, right? Either or. It doesn't matter how much money I got. I'm going to that dealership to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? Now, what do you think is going to happen? I got two options, right? I could put whatever I want. Well, I got a couple options. I could put whatever I want down on the car. You know what I'm saying? I could put half down, or I could buy the whole car. I can negotiate the car price, and they can say no. I could be giving them a good deal. It could be even on both parts, but it's up to that. It's up to that car dealership, really, on how much money they really want to sell me the car for. It's not up to me, the car buyer. It's up to the car dealership. You see what I'm saying? It's not up to the car dealership, really, that I buy the car outright in full price. Because I can always go out there and get a loan, or I can get a loan through some of them, do a loan through them. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is it's a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. I got to negotiate. We have to negotiate with each other. In order for me to leave that lot with a car, we got to negotiate on the price. Whether or not, hold up. Whether or not I want to pay full price of the car or not. Whether or not I want to put money down on the car or not. We're going to have to negotiate on the price of the car, because there is going to have to be a contract that's going to be signed that both parties agree to buy and sell the car for. It's never that I have, man, I'm going to buy this $30,000 car, and I get there, it's like, man, I got $30,000. Let me leave with this. It's a $30,000 car. Let me leave the car. You know what I'm saying? Some car dealers should be like, okay, cool. Some of them be like, nah, bruh. You never. It's up to them. $30,000. If a car is worth $30,000, in most cases, that's a good deal for them, because they got the car way less than that. But then they might be like, what are these taxes? They might want to make some extra more money off the car because they losing money. Or they might be like, well, we losing money, we're gonna take the deal anyways, because at least we got something sold, and if we didn't sell it, it's just gonna go to somebody else, and we're not gonna have nothing. He just goes somewhere, another car dealership. You know what I'm saying? Or you get up in there and be like, okay, the car is worth 30. Let me see if I can get that for $5,000 less. Let's start at $5,000 less and work my way up just so we can get somewhere. Because ain't no way in hell a brand new car should be paying the manufacturer suggested price or whatever it's called. You negotiate. And that's what this motherfucker's doing over and over again, thinking that one side just have to give into the other side's demands. Negotiation and running contracts does not work like that unless you have somebody in the bind. You don't have Deontay Wilder in the bind. You thought you had Deontay Wilder in the bind. You was talking about he's getting less than $5 million per fight and all this other bullshit. But now look how much you're getting paid without you. Now look how much you're gonna get paid without you again. You see what I'm saying? That's what the thing about it is. You can say whatever you want to, but look at Triple G and Canelo. They fighting again. I wonder how much money Triple G's gonna get. I wonder how much that's gonna bring in for a trilogy. Triple G ain't got no belt. Hello. But look, they still fighting, or they contemplating about fighting. If Triple G would fight on DAZN, last time I checked. But let's go into this thing. So he says, Anthony Joshua says Miller would get his chance if he wants to fight. Joshua said he doesn't need to become my enemy and get on my wrong side to get the fight. He can sit down like a businessman and negotiate his terms with dignity and respect, and we can shake hands and fight. Miller get his chance. Then it says, I'm not two-faced, Joshua states. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, you will know it. He said all those things on social media about me, so of course I'm going to confront him, but tonight I'm here with DAZN. If Miller wants to approach me, he better be careful. If he wants to come in my territory the wrong way, then he free feel whatever. This dude's an idiot. First of all, Mr. Joshua, You ain't showed nobody. Let me tell you something about your actions. Your actions speaks louder than words. And everything that you have done so far doesn't show anybody that you about it. You ain't about nothing. You ain't about nothing. And you over here talking tough. And then, not only that is, you talking tough about if Miller wants to get in my face, then this and the third. You know what? You was just in New York, right? Because you was talking like you was with there with the Zone. It sounded like that was the interview that was done in the arena or while you was in New York. Let me tell you something. You don't know. You in New York. You ain't from there. You ain't got no business talking tough. New York is the last place on. New York is one of the last places in the United States to go, especially as a foreigner where nobody knows you. Nobody even knows your punk ass name, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Johnson. That's probably what they remember. You don't know who's around Big Baby Miller. You have to leave that stadium. You have to walk through that stadium. You're taking subways and all that stuff. If Big Baby Miller wants to get in your motherfucking face and confront you about anything, he's going to talk to you any way he fucking feels like it. You know why he going to do that? Because you're in his house. You're in his fucking house. He can talk to you any way he fucking want to. Especially when you walking around here talking like you tough. So, if I was Big Baby Miller and I heard wind of that, I would have stepped to you. Then I would have dared you to do something. Then I would have beat your ass. And then you would have been ran out of town. Because you would have had dudes at your hotel room. You would have had dudes popping up like fucking Jack in the Box every corner you went. You wouldn't have felt comfortable. You would have to have eyes in the back of your head for you to feel comfortable. And you don't have that. It's impossible. Humanly. So, here we go with this dude. This artificial muscle intelligence motherfucker, this protein taking, motherfucker, talking shit again. Talking tough. Woofing at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's all he do. That's all he's been doing. Is jaw jabbing. Stop all that jaw jabbing. Stop all that dick holding. And actually start doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like all these other heavyweights is letting you off easy. If I was a heavyweight right now, if I was a heavyweight boxer and I see how you conduct yourself and everything like that, and you got a strap and stuff like that. If I was a bonehead, I'd be talking about you, your mama, everybody. Ain't nobody be safe from a joke from me, or some type of shit that's gonna get on your fucking nerves. Won't nobody be safe. I keep it coming constantly until you fight my ass. Everybody letting your ass off easy. These media dudes and some of these fighters letting your ass off easy. I'll be grilling your ass every day. Every day I'll be saying something about your mama, you, your wife or whatever, your girlfriend, your fucking dog, your house pets, your dirty dishes, your dirty drawers, all that. I probably pay a nigga to find some dirt on you so I can be like 50 Cent. I'll be bopping you upside the head every time I get a chance. Because you ain't doing it but dick holding. That's all he doing is dick holding. Running at the mouth, jawsing at the mouth. He ain't bout shit. Now, there's one thing good, but I think that it's a good thing that it happened. So, one of Clarissa Shields, she got the BWAA 2018 Female Fighter of the Year award. And I think she should have got it. I'm pretty sure she's not the only female fighter that has fought 4 times in 1 year. I'm pretty sure she's not. But I'm pretty sure her fighting 4 times in 1 year, it wasn't about her getting in the ring or anything. I think it was about her making some bread. You know what I'm saying? Helping out her family and stuff like that. Especially when the person that she was supposed to fight Christina Hammer had some type of medical issue to where she couldn't fight. So, you know, I hope Christina Hammer is doing okay. I hope she'll be able to fight soon, Claressa Shields, sooner or later. But I'm pretty sure with that time out of the ring, Christina Hammer is going to need a tune-up fight. If I was her team, that's what I would make her do. Do a tune-up fight, no matter what anybody says, because this is boxing. We need to be putting our best foot forward during these fights. We don't need to be going out there half-cocked. So that's what I would do. Shout-outs to Claressa Shields for winning the award. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. She fought 2 times in less than a month. You know what I'm saying? She fought, let's see here, on November 17th, and then she fought December 8th. So that's less than a month. Girl putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? So, and also she's one hole away from being undisputed as well. So once she gets this next hole out the way, she'll be undisputed. I don't know when that fight is going to happen. Ain't nothing been announced, but sooner or later it will. Now, let's see what else we got here. So it seems like everybody, you know, most of everybody out here is still on Anthony Joshua, you know, and his bootlicking ass. And, you know, I see why people are on his ass. I understand why people are on his ass. And the reason why is because the shit is just blatant. I think that, you know, it's man, that's some sorry ass shit when you gotta just constantly lie, just trying to save your face. Like he doing everything. He doing everything but eating ass and sucking dick. He doing everything shy of that to try to keep the little, what he call, limelight, the spotlight or whatever that he has left. Because whoever wins the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight, if Fury wins or Deontay wins, whoever wins, I'm telling you this, it's not gonna be good for Tyson Fury. Limelight, spotlight, or whatever. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a done data because this dude is not doing nothing. Let's see. Let me check. There's something I wanted to check out. There's something I want to check out here. Now let's see. Going sporty Doherty. Let's see here. So, like I said, Anthony Joshua says he doesn't care about Deontay Wilder as he only wants the WBC title. That's one of the dumbest things you can say. Because I'm going to tell you this. It don't matter. You know, these titles, I'm going to say this. You can fight fighters that don't have a title. That can, how would you say? Well, let's just put it like this. The level of fighters that Wilder has fought versus the level of fighters below him has fought. You know what I'm saying? And won against. Who did Dillian White fought? The only fight he got is Parker. And Parker was coming out of a loss. So we can say, look at Parker, look at White, look at Ortiz, and so on and so forth. Jarrell Miller, Gerald Washington, the list goes on and on. Look at them. Who has they fought? Who have they fought? There's only it's Ortiz, Joshua, Wilder, and Fury. That's it in the heavyweight division. It's not like you have a slew of swinging dicks or hard-hitting motherfuckers, deep-sea drilling motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? This ain't back in the early 90s and 80s and shit. where you had a host, you had a, you know, you have fighters. This is all you got. So you mean to tell me, if God forbid Deontay Wilder gets in a car accident and loses his fucking belt, Tyson Fury gets in the, and Tyson Fury ain't around no longer, and the only person that has a belt is fucking Dillian White. Now Dillian White has a WBC championship, and you got to fight him to become undisputed. What the fuck does that do for your legacy? You will be known as the weakest. The dude that got the easiest route to heavyweight boxing undisputed. You'll be a laughing stock. No boxing historian, not no 30 for 30 or whatever you want to call it, Lifetime channel, whatever, even if they made a movie off of your punk ass, nobody would take your sorry ass seriously because you didn't fight nobody. You still ain't fought nobody. The only person you fought, the only person that gave you work out of all your fucking belts was Klitschko. And he was old, coming off a loss. You understand what I'm saying? He was old and coming off a loss. That's all you got, son. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got. And you want to sit up over here and you want to talk about Fury's accomplishments? You want to talk about Deontay Wilder's accomplishments? But what you got? You ain't shit without Fury and Deontay Wilder. You ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker walking around here, man, that's some disgusting. Think about it. You are not shit without Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. You see what I'm saying? And some can say vice versa. But guess what? At least if Deontay Wilder wins, he would have the man that beat the man. Who you would have? Oh, I know what you would have. You would have Tyson Fury's belts. You would have Tyson Fury's jockstrap that you can't hold. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is disgusting. Let me pop some smoke. Put some of this Copenhagen in. A little chew. So, my old lady don't know. I went out there and bought her a gun. This is going to be her first gun. Went out and bought her a gun for Christmas. It's a used gun. The guy, he wanted $250 for a Ruger LCP 380 auto, 2 extended clips, 1 regular size clip, which is a 6-shooter, and then I got a box at 95 grade full metal jacket, 100 rounds of Winchester ammunition. Not only that, the LCP does come with a laser sight, so that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. The only thing that I don't really like about it is that this will be my old lady's first gun, and it does not have the safety. So, and then what I noticed about the gun is that tomorrow I'm gonna have to go get her a gun cleaning kit, because this weapon, it has some rust on it. So I'm gonna have to go out there and buy a gun cleaning kit for her. And then it breaks apart weird. I just noticed that. I just figured out how to break it apart. That was quick. So that's a good thing. So I got her that for Christmas. I'm not gonna clean it. I'm gonna buy her own gun and cleaning kit, and she's gonna do that. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I want to get her familiar with how to use a weapon and stuff like that. Her first couple of lessons will be to find her own CCW class and take it, pay for it, not reimburse her. And then after that would be us going into the woods somewhere and firing off a few shots so I can, find out what works for her. A lot of people, a lot of gun enthusiasts and stuff like that, they really feel that some people feel that there's only one way to learn how to shoot a weapon, and I don't believe that. I seriously think that there's some techniques that works for some, and there's some techniques that don't work for some. And sometimes you just have to figure out what works for you. So, and on that note, what y'all want to talk about, man? What y'all want to talk about out there? I know there's somebody out there. I see somebody. They got 3 watching, so I know somebody came in here late. Say something. Just don't be out there in the bushes. Oh, you probably hiding and ducking because you don't want nobody to know you in here or whatever. But you missed the good shit, bruh. You missed the good shit. So, what I know I can talk about is, let's see here. Because I hate repeating some of the stuff that everybody else been saying, because it just seems like, great minds think alike, and sometimes everybody else we all be thinking about the same thing. Let's speak about this. Since we on verbiage and all that stuff, well, we were on verbiage and stuff like that. So let's think about this. Wordplay. So when you look at people's YouTubes, you got one that says this. Anthony Joshua said he doesn't care about Deontay Wilder not that one. This one right here. Eddie Hearn rips Wilder with Wilder's with Fury. Questions if he wants brutal Joshua fight. Now check this out. Let me read the whole thing. So they left some down. Eddie Hearn rips Wilder's tickled up with Fury. Questions if he wants brutal Joshua fight. Now, automatically when I read that I see some indicators. I see ripped. I see rips, tickled up, and brutal. Those are indicators. Those are indicators of exciting words. Those are indicators of, using cuss words to enhance, or using words to enhance the subject, or to tickle people, to tickle the like button, or to tickle the play button. You know what I'm saying? That's to get people there. And so when they do things like this, and then when you watch the interview, Eddie Hearn doesn't rip nobody. Fight Hype be on some bullshit. Boxing scene be on some bullshit. A lot of these YouTubers out here be on some bullshit when it comes to naming their videos. So when you say Eddie Hearn rips Wilder's tickled up with Fury, questions if he wants brutal Joshua fight, they're just trying to incite you to listen to it. And then when you listen to it, Eddie Hearn doesn't say nothing that he hasn't already said. Eddie Hearn hasn't said nothing that you ain't already thought. You see what I'm saying? But let's just break it down a little bit. So I watched it. Eddie Hearn didn't say nothing in there. It was a bunch of bullshit. I'm not surprised that Fight Hype let him get away with it. I'm not surprised that Fight Hype even did it like that, because some of these YouTubers and some of these channels out here, they're all about the likes, they're all about the view counts. They will sacrifice some dignity to get people to click on the video. They will. They don't care. And the reason why they don't care, because nobody questions it. And the reason why nobody questions it, because nobody would think differently. And they know that. So, on that note, I'm going to end this live stream. Shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker.